Hey everybody, I'm growing mulberry from cuttings today, alright? So first step, let's get our cutting. Here's the mulberry tree. Let me collect the cutting. Check it out. Check it out, guys. Can you believe this is only 6 months of growth? It's almost like 6 feet tall. 6 feet of growth in 6 months. Pretty cool. So let me get the cutting ready. Here's the ideal cutting. This is pretty ideal. So what I'm looking for is these nodes. These nodes will make new growth of leaves if the cutting takes. This is about 8 inches. And yeah, this is perfect. We got 3 nodes. You want as thick of a branch for a cutting as possible. So the thicker, if you can find the thicker one, it's better. All right. From just this branch, I can get 1, 2, 3. I could get 4 more cuttings, 5. So you can make 5 trees out of this one little branch. So it's pretty cool. Cuttings are ready. If you're not gonna do it today, put it in a Ziploc bag. Ziploc bag is too small. Okay, get a plastic bag. A few drops of water in there. Wrap it tight, as airtight as you can. Put it in the part of your refrigerator where you keep fruits and vegetables, and you could store it there for, I've stored these up to a month, and I've done cuttings and they take even after a month. Okay, so but I'll do these today. I'll do some of these today. All right, everybody, got the cutting here. We're here in August. It's summertime. Most ideal time to do this is spring, like March, April, May for us. But I think I can get away with doing this in August. So here's the cutting. All right. Take a pot, fill it, this is a 1 gallon pot, that's about the size you need. Fill it with some potting soil. This is just regular potting soil that I got from a big box store. Any outdoor potting soil is fine. And you see how water's coming out from the bottom? You don't put little rocks and stuff to pebbles to stop the water. You want water flow and airflow to leave the bottom, all right? So I think a lot of gardeners like to put stuff at the bottom of the pots to stop the holes. But in this case, you want the holes to be open in the bottom, all right? So you just put water, just put enough water until water starts coming out from the bottom. We're just gonna do in a second. And then the cutting here is, here's the first thing we're gonna do, all right? Take a sharp knife, a really sharp object. In this case, it's my box cutter. By the way, it's the Olfa knife, my trusty box cutter, utility knife. It's less than $20 online. And what I'm gonna do, take about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, start scraping. Scrape, 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 scrape. When you see some white, that's when you know you gotta stop. I'm gonna scrape some more actually, other regions. There we go, I see white. Now I'm gonna come around here, scrape. Scrape a section at the bottom of the cutting until you see white. That's how you know when you gotta stop. Let me do a little bit more here. The reason why I'm doing this is because as the cutting grows, the roots will start to flow out of this cut areas more easily. So the more you can do, you can get away with. Do more. Here's another section. Gonna do that. And now what I like to do, I've noticed that this really works. Here's some grafting tape that I got online. I'll put the link in the description. And what this does, this just helps the cutting grow faster. This is optional, you don't have to do this. But I've experienced that wrapping it with this grafting tape helps it grow faster. All right, so I'll show you how I do that. It's the same concept as when you're grafting. Do a stretch, get that stretch going, and this tape is special because that stretch allows it to stick to itself. Allows the tape to stick to itself. There we go. That stretch action. Cover everything except this bottom part. Basically what this this tape does is you're creating a little mini greenhouse. You're locking in moisture, humidity, and you're encouraging this cutting to grow faster by wrapping it with this tape, and it gives the cutting a nice environment in which to grow out. But again, this is optional. Your cutting will still grow. It'll still grow, but it'll just grow at a slower pace. You don't have to do this, okay? A little bit more tape just to cover everything. There we go. All right. Now, if the cutting grows, these little nodes, do you see these nodes that I've covered? They'll burst through this tape and they'll form new leaves, all right? Now, all we do is we're gonna make an indentation here in the potting soil, and we just stick it in. Cover it up a little bit. Tamp it down just a little bit. Try to keep it upright as possible. And there it is. Cutting is ready. This stays indoors in a bright room, in a brightly lit room. The sun can hit it occasionally, but I keep my cuttings indoors in a temperature controlled room, not too hot, not too cold. Once the leaves start to grow out, then I'll slowly introduce it outside, and I'll do a follow-up video. I'll talk about how to ease your cuttings into the outdoor environment. All right, here's a cutting I did this is like 6 months ago. This is what it looks like. Let me open it. Let me take it out of its pot, show you guys the roots. Wow, look at that. Look at that root mass. Looking really nice. I think I'm gonna have to move this up to a bigger pot because the roots seem to have become root bound already. This is what I'm talking about. Mulberry has a powerful root system. It's already ready for a new pot. So it's a great choice to grow from a cutting. All right, people, as always, if you have questions, let me know. Leave a comment, like, subscribe as usual. Any questions you have, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.